This house behind me is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,600 square feet, currently on the market for $775,000. I am in Biddville, okay? Biddville is an area in Charlotte, North Carolina that was created for the free slaves to get an education at Johnson C. Smith. Johnson C. Smith is literally within walking distance from here. This street is called Campus Street, okay? Why is it called Campus Street? Because Johnson C. Smith is literally right around the corner, which is a historical black college university in Charlotte, North Carolina, okay? If you're looking at this house behind me, this has a rooftop deck. This sold for $500,000 pre-COVID. I built that house actually and sold it to the person who's living there now, all right? So the reason why I'm walking through this neighborhood today is to show you, right, that this neighborhood was created for the free slaves to get an education, okay? And the slaves were people who looked like me. Fast forward today, these properties in here are 6, 7, 800,000, $1 million plus, okay? So the people moving in here do not look like me. And what happens is the neighborhood loses its historical context, right, of the neighborhood, unfortunately. So this neighborhood here, right, Biddville, you know, has so much history, bro, but it's losing it due to gentrification. And this is why I push the message of, hey, buy back the block, ownership. But unfortunately, it's those who rent, right, or don't value, okay, the neighborhood when it was hood, because this was hood and this was rough, you know, they don't value it. These houses were once $15,000, $25,000, $30,000. However, people didn't value it then, right? Especially the people who lived there. And these were a bunch of black homeowners, okay? You know, and it wasn't always the hood. Let me give you a historical context, right? So at one point, this was a middle-class neighborhood. Then in 1968, when we got the second set of civil rights, all right, what happened was the people who could afford to live with the white people moved to the white people, and the poor stayed in these neighborhoods. And then what happened, the poor can't save the poor, unfortunately, and some of these neighborhoods became hood. And in some cases, this is another house they're building right here. You know what I'm saying? Behind me. Sorry about the sun. But look what it's next to, though, right? Looks like they're rehabbing. I don't know if you can see it. It's a triplex, right? Just one of these hood areas. I got a church before me. You know, in the black community, we love a church. So with that, what's going on, baby? So I'm all right. Can't complain. So, you know, with that being said, in these neighborhoods, right, they have so much history, right? But we don't value it until what? Somebody else tells you it's valuable, unfortunately. So somebody else got to come in your neighborhood and tell you it's valuable, all right, before you realize it's valuable. All you have to do is, what I'm saying is, buy some land, hold it, okay? You buy some land and you hold it. Like, look at this. They building, looks like some townhomes right behind me. Like, it's a lot of activity, and we in a down market, all right? It's a lot of activity around here, and we are in a down market. But this is why I push to our people, hey, listen, buy the land and hold it, okay? Especially if you're in the outskirts of downtown. If you're in a neighborhood on the outskirts of downtown somewhere in America and you can still get land for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, hold it, all right? If you are in a position to buy a property in some of these neighborhoods in the outskirts of downtown, buy the property, okay? Buy it, hold it, all right? It all starts with one, all right? We look down on one. I remember going into these neighborhoods in Charlotte, North Carolina, Hidden Valley to be specific, right? And if you're not familiar with Hidden Valley, if you Google Hidden Valley Kings, you will see that when they were on the Discovery Channel on Gangland, right? Man, I remember buying stuff, right? People who look like me. I'm young. I'm at the time like 25, 24. People look like, oh, you bought Hidden Valley. Oh my God. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? This is what they're telling me. When I'm buying in a neighborhood that look like us. Fortunately, I didn't let that discourage me. Today, the average house in Hidden Valley is like $300K plus. I bought my first rental property in Hidden Valley for $42,000 in 2008 with a job making $10 an hour. Home ownership was easy, and people still didn't do it. Now, fast forward today, people want to complain about gentrification. Listen, you ain't want to own nothing, all right? When you own something, you can sell, but you ain't got to get pushed out, you know? Now, the same people who complaining, a lot of them can't even afford to live in Charlotte no more. It got so crazy, okay? So, I'm telling y'all, man, you got to buy back the block, man. But I want to put this in context. What happens when you don't buy back the block, right? It loses the historical context, right? Now, I walk down this neighborhood, right? You know, with a camera. Hey, somebody may call the police on me because they not used to seeing my kind, right? But why did that happen? Because of ownership, all right? Unfortunately, when we had it, and we had this was probably 95% black in 2012, 2026. Blacks are now the minority, okay? So, but again, it's not only buying back the block, let me say that, it's the education portion of it, right? If you know your kids is inheriting something, right, you need to properly educate them on what they are inheriting and their options, okay? Sometimes it is best to sell. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it is best to sell, all right? But if you sell, don't go blow the money on vacation. Why would you do that? Blow the money on vacation, man. You blow the money on vacation, you know what I'm saying? And now you back broke again, buying clothes, things to impress other people that don't even like you, and you back broke again. You know, you got to educate them. Hey, listen, you can fix this property up in the event of my demise. You can fix this property up. You can rent it out and get income for the rest of your life. Or you can sell it, move on with your life. Or you can move into it, okay? You know, you want to educate them properly because, as we know, finances without education becomes a disaster. And this is, unfortunately, what you get. A story about this used to be a neighborhood for the free slaves to get an education at the campus around the corner, which is Johnson C. Smith, unfortunately. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. You know, it's unfortunate what's happening, but it's the reality. You can't stop it. Only thing you could do is buy back the block and get into the game. I'm Nasser, aka the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a guru because I actually do this business. Peace.